Oh, the season premieres until next week anyway, right?
Right.
Oh. So what the hell do I care about that, even though I did miss it? I can handle it. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line, Miami Beach. Hello.
Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for making your call.
Did you see the movie Seabiscuit?
No, I did not.
Oh, you missed it, Neil. You should go. It's a beautiful movie.
I don't want to see it. Get out of here. You're an old fart from the track.
Good God.
Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
I'm riding Tupac.
What did he say? Something you had to dump?
He's riding Tupac. We didn't dump him.
He's riding Tupac. I thought he said, your all-time favorite dead actor or actress. Is Tupac an actor or actress?
No.
Was he? No.
He might have been in a movie. I wouldn't know.
I hope not. Here's Alligator Alley. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
No, you know, I think he was.
Gotta put my boy John Wayne on there.
Oh, my God. How could we forget the Duke?
Oh, come on.
How could we forget Marion?
He made, yeah.
Harry?
He made Westerns what they are nowadays, man.
Crap. Okay, thanks. He made Westerns what they are now. Passé.
Right. Cliche.
Yeah, he took the old posse out there and they became passé. 10:26. Oh, now speaking of that, if I want to play it dangerous, which we don't have a lot of time to get around.
Go ahead. What the hell? What do you got to lose?
Sent us a video recently of her private pleasures.
Ooh, see, that was good. That was nice and pristine and clean. And look at that, look at the size of that thing.
Roar!
Wow. I think that one was alive. 1027 at 560, WQAM, VIPSportsbook.com, South Florida's best sportsbook. These are the people you ought to be plunging with because you can depend on them. They've been around a long time. They're going to be here next week. You don't have to worry, are they going to be there with your money? That's the deal because 99% of the other bookies you hear folks on this radio station raving about are located in the jungles of Costa Rica. You might never even see them again, much less your cash. So this year, move up in class to VIPSportsbook.com and do your PIP plunging in peace. VIPSportsbook.com is the oldest and largest sportsbook in the Netherlands, 100% legal and licensed as well. So call them today, toll free at 1-866-VIP-BETS. Sign up now and you can bet on all the South Florida football and basketball teams, juice free all year long. You want to bet on the Dolphins? It's 100 to win 100. You want to bet on the old Hurricanes? It's 100 to win 100. So forget about the vigorish. All sign-ups get a legitimate, honest-to-goodness, for real 20% cash bonus, not some silly funny money match play bonus or some other bogus crap. VIPSportsbook.com, that's where you find them online, or call them toll-free, 1-866-VIP-BETS. That's 1-866-VIP-BETS. Be sure and tell them you heard about it here on Sports Obnoxious WQAM. VIPSportsbook.com, where you be the VIP.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560, QAM.
Lesbian.
Whenever I hear a meal, I can't stop thinking about disgusting things. I think about pus, phlegm, vomit. I don't know why. When I have lunch, I try hard not to think of them. I don't want to think about these things, far from it. I wish I could stop. I also think about human waste, urine, feces, and poop. It's disgusting. I can't get through a meal. It bothers me day and night. I don't know what I'm going to do. They always come to mind when I am eating soup. I think I must be crazy. I've always been crazy, I know that.
10:32 at 560 WQAM. We got the ball game coming up at 12:30 or 12:35. They still haven't told us the actual time?
No, but we do have the internet back.
We have the internet back. Let's hear it. Oh! We're back online. All right. That's the important thing, isn't it?
No.
Jimmy Cagney, that's a good one. Somebody faxes in.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite all-time dead actor or actress? Never got the credit he deserved, says Mark. And you're absolutely correct, Mark. He was good. He was pretty damn good. Let's see. Now, see, here's if you put more than one, I'm not even going to look at it. I'm not even going to look at it. Well, what? I don't understand why we have so many stupid, idiotic goofballs out there, you know? What is wrong with these people? It's like if I said to you, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? And you said, well,
Neapolitan.
chocolate, strawberry, Neapolitan. Yeah, Neapolitan would be good. That's great.
Rocky Road.
Yeah, you know what? That's perfect for you, too, although I do love Rocky Road. But that's perfect, because you got a Rocky Road ahead of you. Believe you me, there's no question about it. Especially on that plane trip you're still going to take that trip this weekend?
I'm going surfing tomorrow.
Oh, my God. This guy's going to be in the surf, whether he wants to or not. Mm-hmm. 5670560. We got, in fact, we can put this thing up anytime Eric gets around to it, okay?
Oh, well, he didn't know, because we didn't have the internet, so. There you go, Eric.
There you go, Eric. Like, you can put it up anytime you want. We already threw that other thing from yesterday, your favorite dead political figure. Now, you know what? I better print that out, though, because we want to save that, right? When we do the dead off. One day, we're going to do the big dead off one day next week. Your favorite all-time dead actor or actress: Peter Finch, Errol Flynn, Marilyn Monroe, Grace Kelly, Jimmy Stewart, William Holden, Katharine Hepburn, George C. Scott, John Wayne, or Jimmy Cagney. That's a pretty good list right there, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Good start. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Here's Westchester. Hello.
Hey, good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got the man who taught us all that asbestos is bad for you. Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen.
You ready? Get this. Bullet, Cincinnati Kid, The Magnificent Seven, and of course, a Blob.
All right.
Love you, Neil.
Thanks, pal. Good choice. Steve McQueen. Won't see him no more. He's kind of like Paulie in The Godfather. He died a long time ago, didn't he?
Yeah, a while back.
Oh, I mean, not a while back, but...
Oh, Paulie, won't see him no more.
Okay, I'm saving that for my thing. Now, those pictures that Boca Brian sent me the other day, which the audience doesn't know what I'm talking about, are they going to wind up on the website?
I don't think he sent them to Eric. Hey, Brian, send those to Eric.
Yeah, send those to Eric. We'd like to have those George Stone out of his mind, and then the one where I've got I got Moe's brain in my hand. It's a beautiful thing. I got my operating suit on there, Neil the surgeon, and I got Moe's brain in my hand. Oh, I never realized it was quite that big. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil, you did a God now. Oh,
What?
Now I'm confused,
Level.
but I'm thinking of another fat guy.
I can't hear a word. Get back on a real phone. What was he saying? Yeah, I couldn't understand. Get a real phone, okay? I don't know what that is lately down there, but there's some kind of a real problem. Here's North Miami Beach. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
Got a few things for you. First off, I'm actually good friends with Don Cox's daughter. She's a hostess at the Outback Steakhouse in North Miami Beach.
Right.
And she's a great kid, and she's got to be hurting right now. I couldn't imagine what it would be like to lose a parent.
Right.
But I actually met Don Cox a few times. He's a really cool guy. So
he was.
Yeah, my condolences to him. My heart goes out to you, Amber, if she's listening. She usually does listen to the show. Number two, on a lighter note, I noticed you're normally a pretty straight acting gay guy, and don't hang up on me. I'm being serious. But there was a few months ago, actually. I call you Queenie out on the show.
Yeah.
Okay. It was remember when George lost his dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways, he emailed you a picture of him, and when you finally saw it, you went, "Oh, what a sweetheart." Anyways, I thought it was kind of cute. So that's that.
Okay.
One more thing.
I probably neglected to put that in my diary. I'll go back and write
it. It was funny. It was like, when I heard that, I was like, oh, Neil.
What a cute little dog. Oh,
what a sweetheart. Anyway, whatever his name is. One other thing. What do you think of euro?
What do I think of the euro?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What do I think of it?
I think it's Parody.
I hate the euro.
I think the euro coins are the most grotesque, annoying things. They all look the same.
I agree. That's why I hate it. I mean, the one cool thing about going to Europe is all the different kind of currencies.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that. That was always the fun of changing the currency, the Deutschmarks into the guilders to the francs. In addition to which, can you imagine if you're in the currency exchange business, do you realize how they have to rip off the public now?
Absolutely.
Because that eliminates about 70% of their business.
Yeah, they suck. I actually have a few guilders that I saved, with the little monkey with the rose face and the queen's face on it.
Yeah.
Those are cool. All right, Neil, that's all I got for you.
Okay, see ya.
In closing, Neil?
Yes.
I can have an orgasm while driving down I-95.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. He was doing so well until right there at the bitter end. Here's a call from the Redlands. Hello.
From where?
From the Redlands, I think it's.
Oh, yes, Peter Sellers.
The Redlands. Who is it?
Peter Sellers.
Peter Sellers is a magnificent choice.
Bravo.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
And have a great day. Bravo. Did you say bravo?
He said
I
Bravo.
think they're probably shooting,
favorite channel.
showing some of his movies on Bravo. Wouldn't surprise me. He was a miserable son of a bitch is what they say, but we don't really care
Who
about
said that?
I've heard that.
Okay.
You had never heard that?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, I heard he was like a real bizarre, just an asshole.
I heard nothing about him.
Peter Sellers?
Right.
And then toward the end, he got like even more bizarro. Oh, you know who we got to put on here?
Who that?
Bela Lugosi.
Oh, God.
Well, no, because somebody's going to leave him off, and that's going to be very upsetting. And then Ed Wood will get upset, and then
Right.
Johnny Depp will get all bent out of shape, and Martin Landau will be throwing wild objects at the screen. Bela Lugosi. In fact, I don't know, because we still don't have that thing up there for some strange reason.
It's because of that whole internet.
You know something? That's a lame excuse. Didn't you fax this poll to Eric earlier?
He's busy scribing it.
He can't be busy scribing it because he was too busy changing the way he was spelling Tom Paine on there because you embarrassed him, all right? He's tired of your illiteracy. Don't forget the trends are coming at 11:30, but the pressure, even at the deli den, they don't have pressure like that. Well, if you eat there today, from what that guy said, you might have pretty soon. Boy, I sure hope General Clark don't get the heebie-jeebies at the deli den.
The Hebrew-jeebies?
There might be some heebies at the deli den, but I hope he don't get it. The Hebrew-jeebies. That took about 2 seconds to sink in. I mean, I heard it the first time, but once it penetrated my skull. The Hebrew-jeebies. That's pretty good. I like it. Mark it down. Maybe we can, patent it. We can copyright it. 20 before 11, so we got like a pressure-packed day here today. We got that big ball game. Are they ever going to tell us if it's 12:30 or 12:35? Or are they going to let us play
just play something.
Just going to
just play
fly
some crap,
loose.
right.
I know a lot of guys like that. Hey, it's that time of the year again when mattress showrooms and furniture stores run those phony ad sales. I hope you're onto them. Dollar Mattress asks you this one simple question. If you double the price and then offer half off, is that really a deal?
No.
Of course not. Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. The fact is that those stores have to run a sale to drop their prices nearly as low as Dollar Mattress, the price that Dollar Mattress sells them each and every day, 365 days a year, even on Sukkot. For discount prices on dozens of models from Sealy, Serta, Tempur-Pedic, Simmons, King, Kohler, Stearns & Foster, call 1-800-MATTRESS. No nonsense, no bait and swish, no house brands, no phony promises, and best of all, you don't have to pay a premium for the best service available in the universe. You'll get service like you only dream about from the delivery team ranked #1 in customer satisfaction. When you call Dollar Mattress at 1-800-MATTRESS, you still can pick the day and time for delivery when it's convenient for you. Within any 2-hour window, 7 days a week from 8 in the a.m. till 10 in the p.m., you'll be sleeping like a baby the very first night. I've been sleeping on a mattress from Dollar Mattress for a coon's age. You ought to be doing the same for you and your back. With low prices, same-day delivery, free setup and removal, it's easy to see why Dollar Mattress is ranked the best in the world in customer satisfaction. So please don't be a sucker. Don't be fooled by those mattress showrooms or furniture store ads that can't even come close to matching what you always get every day from Dollar Mattress. Pick up that phone right now. Call 1-800-MATTRESS. 1-800-MATTRESS or check them online at mattress.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
I picked a bad day to quit sniffing glue.
I am Mo Howard, David, decrepit and I'm ancient. All over my old face are blue and reddish purple veins. I don't know why they hate me, or why they always rate me. It must be 'cause I got these blue and reddish purple veins.
A vein pop on my arm like a Rand McNally map of Lackawanna. I got veins on my nose and nobody knows that under my clothes I wear pantyhose. But that don't mean that I'm gay. If you think my arms are bad, you ought to see my legs. I might as well keep them smooth and shaved to show a little class the next time I'm raping it. I could go to a surgeon, but that gives me the shivers. I would not want to walk out looking like Joan Rivers. Where am I here? I fired the beast, the fat little freak. I did him a favor. Now he can't afford to eat. The reason I dismissed that stinking fat bastard is because he wouldn't shut up, and he can't play canasta. There's somebody talking over there. Nobody talks when I rap. I rap, then you talk. Hey, look at me. I'm hip, hip. I ain't no square. I'm a ding-dong Betty, man. I'm really dead. I fire anyone I want. I don't care. Especially if they make me flip my wig made of smelly green hair. I got fired myself. It even happens to the greats. Westwood once said, you get out of here or else we break your legs. So now I sit by the pool. Life's as good as it gets. With my Paladin cocktail, placing bets on the Jets. In paradise. Paradise. I don't kiss nobody's ass in paradise. I'll be slipping down the Scoogans when I get the chance. But the cleaners aren't ready with my lime green pants. How long does that take? Guilty call a complaint. It was just a little thought. So what? I left this thing. You think that's funny? Want a knuckle sandwich, buddy? I can do what I want, because the management loves me.
Did I tell you something, Mo? Something you ought to know. For the longest time, I wanted you to be my hoe.
You ain't my type, pal. Now answer me. Pell mell. What are you doing?
I won't take no for an answer.
Get out of here. Not you.
Get
out of there.
Get up, bitch.
Do the door. 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 Do the door.
Here's a good one. John Cazale, which I can never think of his name, and people are saying, who the hell is that?
Right, me too.
Godfathers 1 and 2. He was Fredo.
Right. Oh, that guy.
Fredo. Dog Day Afternoon. He played the, whatever the hell is, what was his name in there? Exactly.
I knew it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. You broke my heart.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb. I'm smart, and I want respect.
Yeah. You tell him, Fredo. Dead but not forgotten, John Cazale. That's an excellent choice. Seeing if this Tucker, whatever his name is, if Mother Tucker wouldn't have faxed it into us, we would have forgotten all about him. That would have been bad. Poll is up. Jack Lemon's in first place. I didn't even know he was on there.
I stuck it on there before you decided not to take any of that.
Huh?
I'm trying to work ahead, so I wrote it all. I had already written it down there.
I see.
He deserves it. Come on.
Oh, no, he does. I like Jack Lemmon, although I certainly wouldn't put him in a category with Peter Finch or some of these other people on there. Not even close. But again, it's all subjective, you know. If you like lemon meringue, good. I like chocolate cream pie myself. I like banana cream pie.
That is good. With real bananas, of course.
Oh, Mother Humper. Do they still have those Mother Humper pies at Denny's? I don't think they do anymore, do they?
Not sure.
The only reason that anybody should be allowed to go to Denny's is for a Mother Humper pie. A priest accused of speaking of Humper, a priest accused of sexually abusing high school girls at a Roman Catholic school in suburban Cincinnati in the late 70s and 80s has resigned. The Reverend Thomas Bruner, 55, resigned Tuesday night as pastor of the St. Patrick Catholic Church in Troy, Ohio, about 65 miles northeast of Cincinnati. Bruner's resignation came just weeks before a Catholic review board is scheduled to hear evidence that he and 4 other Cincinnati area priests abused children. K. Novell, how unusual. Just another series of isolated incidents. And, mighty important.
Yeah.
Let's see, we had Paul Wolfowitz a couple of days ago, then yesterday it was what's his name?
Sal.
No, it was Donald Rumsfeld.
No, John Cazale played Sal.
I know that.
Oh, sorry.
And now, guess who says, Saddam had nothing to do with 9/11? Yeah, El Presidente says that.
What?
He said yesterday there was no evidence that Saddam Hussein was involved in the terrorist attacks of 9/11, disputing an idea held by many Americans, about 70%.
Where did they get that idea?
I can't imagine, although, of course, there was Vice President Dick Cheney on Sunday on Eat the Press, trying to, pound it back into their heads. We have no evidence that Saddam Hussein was involved with the 9/11 attack, said El Presidente. Mr. Bush spoke with reporters after speaking with leaders of Congress about energy legislation. How do you like that? The president's comment on Saddam was in line with a statement Tuesday by Defense Secretary Hermann Goering-Rumsfeld, who said he hasn't seen any evidence that Saddam was involved with the 9/11 attacks. I'll be danged. They must just be confused, okay? Maybe they need to huddle and get their signals together. Maybe Tom Brady can be like the pivot man. Here's Margate. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
I got a suggestion for your poll.
Okay.
Don't think it's cheesy or anything. This guy did movies back in the late 70s.
Oh, it sounds cheesy.
Hopefully George will agree with me. Bruce Lee.
Well, so what's wrong with that?
Well,
why do you have to be defensive about Bruce Lee? A lot of people like Bruce Lee. George liked Bruce Lee.
Sure.
I think still to this day, when you watch his movies, he's the best at what he did.
I wasn't too big a fan of Peggy Lee because that mole kept distracting me, but certain Bruce Lee was okay. Thanks a lot, Pally.
No problem, buddy.
Have a great day. Yeah, Bruce Lee, he was awful defensive about that. Nothing wrong with Bruce Lee.
A little guy, kind of funny looking, but
yeah,
good, fun movies.
With little tiny ears. Well, every time he did one of them karate chops, he kind of like pinned his ears back like my little dog used to do. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Neil, how you doing, my friend?
Pretty good, sir.
Neil, first of all, Don Cox was a mensch, man.
Yep.
Every Saturday morning, when he used to get coffee, we used to talk and just shoot the breeze. Second of all, for your poll, Charlie
Yes, sir.
Bronson.
Charles Bronson. How could we forget?
Magnificent Seven, The Dirty
It's
Dozen.
only a matter of hours now, right?
I mean, he did all the Great Escape.
Yep.
He was in that one, too. And, of course, all the Death Wish. But we won't hold that against him.
10 to Midnight?
10 to Midnight was an awesome movie,
Sensational.
man. Especially at the end where he fired his gun and killed, what's-his-face?
The mechanic?
Yeah, the mechanic. The copy machine technician.
Right. We got you down, pal. Good choice.
Take it easy, my friend.
John Cazale, Bruce Lee, and Charles Bronson added to the list. Think Bela Lugosi's going to get any votes? Maybe not. Not even on there yet. Jack Lemmon's got 6. I mean, these are just the preliminary names on there. Jack Lemmon, 6. John Wayne, 5. Katharine Hepburn, 5. Errol Flynn, 3. George C. Scott, 2. Jimmy Stewart, 2. Grace Kelly, 2. Marilyn Monroe, only 1. Peter Finch has got my vote, and the Jimmy Cagney guy hasn't voted yet. Plus, there's a whole bunch of other names that haven't made it on there yet, but they will.
You know, since they're both on there and they're both dead, you know what you have to play.
What is that?
Jimmy Stewart and Katharine Hepburn.
I have to?
Oh, you don't have to. But it would be nice.
How about Jimmy and Danny?
And now the sound of Jimmy Stewart making love to Katharine Hepburn.
$10:53 at 5. Oh, sorry, Jimmy. At 560 WQAM, and the pressure is building. It's mounting now. Keep in mind that these ratings, this trend is 2/3 of the summer rating book, and it's June, July, and August. And also keep in mind that it means like 3 full months of Pharrell from 8 to 10. Also, 3 months of being back on midday, and a lot of this rests on your shoulders.
I know.
Heavy duty July and August. I mean, August you were on like a hell of a lot because I had that first week off, you know, and I was still doing that Tuesday and Thursday thing. This is a lot of George in this coming trend. I don't want to put any extra pressure on you, but here's a lady in West Palm. Hello.
Hello. Did
Yes,
anybody
ma'am.
say Walter Matthau?
That's good.
Oh, Cactus Flower. That was a nice movie.
Yeah, it was okay.
I wanted to send you a recipe for a really good no-bake banana cream pie, and it has cream cheese in it. Nummy, nummy.
Sounds great.
All right. So you're in Toronto right now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a great day.
And you
Oh,
too.
Canada. Bye.
Okay, thanks. I think she's putting something else in that banana cream pie, you know what?
Let's just keep her on
I'm
the
not
whole
sure
show.
what kind of banana she's sticking in there, but I think I have a pretty good idea. Man.
I hope that nummy line was clean.
Just reaching back for your fax here that says, from your buddy Teddy. Says, you are so lucky. I remember last week you were saying there was a Marlins game today, but at night, then you went on to say you wished it was a day game. Well, it looks like Magic Fairies made it happen. That's right, the Magic Fairies. We just rub our legs together like a grasshopper. By the way, the actress in the upcoming movie Underworld is smoking. Kate Beckinsale. How do you say her name?
I don't know, Beckinsale. Kate.
Has also starred in Haunted, Pearl Harbor, Serendipity, and soon to be here in The Aviator. Serendipity. Remember the Serendipity Singers and Don't Let the Rain Fall Down?
No.
You don't?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
What was that?
I saw that was the Rogers Cable thing. I saw her on a local interview with long brown hair and a sexy super outfit, Teddy says. Her English accent doesn't hurt either. She just passed Denise Richards and Nicole Kidman on my list of hotties. Oh, Nicole Kidman. Man.
Neil?
Yes.
The Marlins pregame today is at 12:30.
Well, thanks so much, Scott.
You're welcome.
Who told you that?
Somebody.
Somebody in the know?
I certainly hope so.
Here's a call from Hallandale. Hello.
Good morning, Neil.
Buenos dias.
Yes, I know you're a cigar smoker. Have you seen the new issue?
No, I'm not. We don't talk to old people on this show, Scott. 567, which means we probably don't take too many calls from Hallandale, doesn't it?
Yes.
This guy's old enough to be my great-grandfather, okay? We don't talk to old farts in Hallandale about cigars. I don't smoke cigars. I'm not interested. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about today. It's so typical of the Alta Cockers in South Florida, man. They all got their own agenda. He's waiting for the early bird. He's going to go out to the track and light up a big fat one, you know? He's going to be standing there hovering over the racing form when there's like 4 seconds to post time and you're desperately trying to get a bet in behind him. That's what that's all about. Lucky Louie there from Hallandale. Maybe he knows Lester Greenshirt, you think?
No.
For his sake, I hope not. 10:56 at 560 WQM. We're just only about a half an hour away from the big moment where those sheets are going to start pouring through that fax machine, we hope. By now, you've been hearing about Laminates R Us on the show for a long time and how laminated wood flooring from Laminates R Us is the easy, the intelligent, the low-maintenance alternative to beautiful but very, very expensive natural wood flooring. Laminates R Us is the best place for you to find laminated wood flooring from Peridor, Pergo, Wilsonard, Unifloor, and Quickstep. They've got all the top names, all installed by Pergo certified installers. Here's another reason why you ought to be calling Laminates R Us. Their prices are so low it'll floor you. Right now you can get their September kickoff special for just $1,995. That's correct. Just $1,995 gets you up to 380 square feet of beautiful laminated wood flooring. It is positively unreal. And Laminates R Us will match any legitimate written offer, too. You can't beat them with your stick. For a free and-home estimate, call Laminates R Us toll-free and tell them that cranky old Neil told you to call 1-877-777-3336. What could be simpler? They give you free carpet disposal, free furniture moving, a 25-year warranty, and years of beautiful, easy care laminate wood flooring. Call Laminates R Us today toll-free, 1-877-777-3336.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours. QAM.
Mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. Oh!
Just lie right back, they said to me, and fill up this bedpan. They put a catheter in me, and it hurts, goddamn. I said, too late, I cracked myself, and boy, it should've smelled. This lousy leukemia has screwed up my blood cells. Then it got so tough to breathe, I couldn't stay alive. I wish I never signed a form that said do not revive. It said do not revive. I left my body and I started walking towards the light. But that light was the flames of hell. And this is where I will stay. I will burn eternally for writing the song for Gilligan's Isle.
11:02 at 560. That was for Saul or whatever was in Hallandale or with his stogie and his losing tickets from Gulfstream. Mm-hmm. Somebody faxes Humphrey Bogart. Get him on there right away. That's a good choice. You just knew that with those steel balls.
Yes.
Gotta respect the guy with steel balls who likes his strawberries. U.S. troops under gunfire in Iraqi town. U.S. troops were ambushed on the main road of the central town of Khalidiyah. Today, coming under heavy gunfire that destroyed a truck. An Associated Press reporter who arrived on the scene saw 4 U.S. tanks surrounding the smoldering truck as helicopters hovered above. Taking fire from unknown positions, U.S. forces were firing with no obvious targets in an apparent effort to protect themselves until reinforcements arrived. About an hour ago, CBC said that up to 8 American soldiers were killed, and now CNN had said 3 or 4 injured. Who knows what the real number is? And you made a good point, and that is that when the Iraqi civilians are dying, the American media doesn't bother telling us that. Except maybe once in a while, like this story from Fallujah. Neighbors said that a 14-year-old boy was killed and 6 people wounded after people at a wedding fired guns into the air to celebrate, and a passing U.S. military patrol opened fire, believing it was under attack. The neighbors who witnessed the incident said the boy and the wounded were hit by U.S. fire from a passing convoy of Humvees late yesterday. The military could not be reached for comment because of communications problems in Baghdad. Adel Hamoud, a neighbor, said the Americans opened fire in a circle around themselves. He said the dead boy was a long name, who was on his way to buy cigarettes when he was killed. Well, I guess they just hastened the process.
Right. He was going to die anyway.
Bullet holes in homes and buildings in the area suggested there was heavy firing by the Americans during the incident, which occurred about 2 blocks off the main street in Fallujah. Wedding. They were like doing in Hialeah, you know, shooting guns up into there to celebrate. Well, won't see him no more. 5670560. Who is your favorite all-time dead actor or actress? That's our poll question today. The poll is up. It's incomplete. We got a few names up on there. Jack Lemmon 10, John Wayne 10, Jimmy Stewart 8, George C. Scott 8. And then a whole bunch of the names that we've had on there for some inexplicable reason they're not up there yet. You know what I mean?
No.
Here's a call from Clewiston. Hello.
Yeah, Neil. My name's Ross. I really like listening to your show. I want to put a name on your poll today.
Okay.
One name I haven't heard yet. The man, Eddie G. Robinson.
Edward G. Robinson, a fantastic choice.
Yeah, it was sad to see him not win any kind of an Academy Award until after he passed away when he received a humanitarian award.
Yeah, they always do that.
He was one of my favorites of all time.
After you're dead, then they decide to start giving you all the honors.
I know. I just want to say one more thing. I'd like to tell Candy that I love her with all my heart.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Neil. I appreciate it.
Almost as sweet as George's little dog. Edward G. Robinson, he was great. He always had a big stogie in his puss. Remember him? Sure. Almost always in a gangster movie. He was always a gangster. He was outstanding. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Look at that.
I'll give you an example here. This is a fence built to protect the home. The fence is down.
Hurricane Isabel, man, the big blow in the Carolinas right now. We're going to get the accent of it right here in Toronto, the big blow. A lot of that goes on here. Here's a call from Miami. Hello.
Neil, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm on back from vacation. Well, actually, I'm on vacation from the Gateway Arts City. And I'd like to add a name to your poll. I'm going to have to say Rock Hudson.
Rock Hudson, I can't imagine why.
Well, my better half wanted me to suggest Bruce Lee, but that was already called in.
Uh-huh.
And, hey, do you think my Blues are going to choke again this year?
Yes. His better half's name is Bruce, is that what he said?
Bruce?
Rock Hudson, okay, there you go. Well, Rock Hudson was, he was in a lot of good movies.
Sure he was.
A lot of those Doris Day, those corny movies. I can't think of any that were any good, but he was on McMillan and Wife.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Sure.
Susan, was it Susan St. James?
St. James, St. John, one of those saints.
And people would watch that show and say...
He has a wife, you know.
Sure he does.
567, well, Tony Perkins had a wife. Eventually. They all do, sooner or later.
They straighten
Here's
up.
Coral Springs, hello.
Uncle Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy, how are you? Great show
Great.
today. And by the way, just so you know, I think George does a fantastic job when you're away.
George is phenomenal, man. I think George is ready to take over the helm right now.
Well, I don't know about that, but, you know, when you go to the great beyond, then we'll let him take over.
In about an hour.
Uh-oh. Got a name for you. How about Sir Alec Guinness?
Alec Guinness, is he dead?
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Bridge over the River Kwai, even worse, man. Ben Kenobi in Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, he was a great, he wasn't just another pedestrian actor. He was, like, really distinguished.
Yeah, I loved him in Bridge over the River Kwai, man.
Right.
He does a great job in that.
Excellent choice.
Hey, take care, Ryan. You're doing awesome, man. Keep it up,
Thanks.
buddy. Hey, wait,
See ya.
real quick.
Yeah.
You know anything about Rick and Suds? Are they coming back? Are we ever going to see them again?
No.
No? What about just Suds?
When George is on.
Right.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Bye.
See ya. Yeah, George invites Suds to come on because he's not too crazy about having Rick in there.
And
Rick would probably want to
works
get paid
for
or
food
something.
and weed.
Right. 5670560, pound 560, 23 minutes. Counting until those numbers start pouring across my fax machine for the old queen, the old has-been. And then we'll see just who's got the big one, you know? I think that morning number is going to go up quite a bit. And, of course, we know who's going to be taking some of the credit.
Absolutely.
With his .1. Forget about it, Mo. We know where it's at. We know Pharrell's the one that's goosing that morning show up there. You're not kidding nobody.
He has a pointy one?
What?
He has a pointy one?
He has a pointy one. He also has a herpetic scar on his forehead. 5670560. Oh, here's a call from Tampa, it says. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Good. That article you were talking about with L.A. and the strip clubs and all that,
Yeah.
you know, they passed that law here in Tampa like 8 months ago. You got to stay 6 foot. You go to the club, you got to stay. The girls can't come within 6 foot of you.
And in Tampa, even though it's a mugwump place where you got all those strip clubs like Mom's
like
Penis and all
there's
those.
3 or 4 clubs that don't even bother with it, you know, and they just pay the fines. They get rated like once every 3 weeks. But
Yeah.
the place is going to pack. And for your poll, the winner, this should be your winner, because I think he was the greatest. That's Jackie Gleason.
Jackie Gleason, who was in, what was the movie he was in with Paul Newman?
Sting.
The Hustler.
The Hustler.
The Hustler, but he's in with Sting and Robert Redford, too.
Exactly. Okay, good choice, pal.
All right, man.
See you on Dale Mabry. See you at Donatello's. Is that still there in Tampa, Donatello's? I'm sure it is. Jackie Gleason, the rotund one. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. A lot of pressure here today, man. John Wayne's in the lead. Isn't that depressing?
Yeah.
But again, we're not saying who is the best, who is the greatest. No, we're saying who is your all-time favorite dead actor, actress, and who the hell are we to make fun of that? Although, I must say. Here's a call from Weston. Hello.
Yeah,
Weston.
Oh,
Yes,
Weston.
sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't be sorry.
All right. Listen, I've always liked Humphrey Bogart. African Queen. You know, I love the movie. I've watched it many times.
King Mutiny.
I've liked Humphrey Bogart.
Okay,
so
he's on
I
there.
vote for him.
Thank you, sir.
Hey,
We're
listen.
done. Oh, too late. And what did I leave out? What was the one, Casablanca? How could we leave that out?
Because it's overrated.
Well, play it again, Sam.
No.
And I guess that isn't the line, huh?
No, play it, Sam. You played it for her, now play it for me.
Right. So that's why they say play it again, Sam, because he never even said that.
Nope.
Just like, why don't you
Nope.
come up and see me sometime?
Nope.
All these other lines that they just invent, you
Nope.
know? God, isn't it amazing? I mean, you know, we're going to nitpick.
Let's.
For accuracy. If you're going to do lines.
That's right. Do them right.
Do them right. That's what the president used to say. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Here's a call from Palm Beach. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
How about Charles Bronson?
Somebody beat you by about 10 minutes.
No kidding. Holy
Yeah, I'll see you around 10 to midnight. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
How are you, Neil?
Great.
A couple of things. Somebody mentioned Sal. John Cazale.
Right.
He was also in, what was the name of the movie? The Deer Hunter. Did you know that he was engaged to be married to Meryl Streep, and before the movie was finished, he died?
I'll be damned.
Isn't that crazy?
He died?
He died. My favorite is Cary Grant.
Cary Grant is good. He was in all the great Hitchcock movies.
Films, and what else? His Girl Friday and this
North
and
by
that.
Northwest.
Great. Is my favorite.
Outstanding choice. Thank you.
Bye.
I'm smart, not like everybody says.
No.
Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
What's the difference between that one and...
I can handle things.
Oh, I see.
Smart,
It is different.
not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
You know who else I like?
Do you know who I am? I'm Mo Green. I made my bones when you were going out with cheerleaders.
I love Mo Green. I have no idea what the actor's name was, and he's probably dead.
I'll find out.
You think? I mean, he didn't have a big part, but
No.
I thought he was the perfect Mo Green, you know? And I love when he put those glasses on, you know?
Do you know who I am? I'm Mo Green. I made my bones when you were going out with cheerleaders.
He was good. You know, that's the one thing about The Godfather. Well, I don't want to say all three of them, because you had Sophia and George Hamilton.
The
in
Godfather
third one.
Bilogy.
But the characters, each character. See, that's why I love Magnolia so much, is because there are like 9 different stories there, and every character is like so amazing, and every acting performance is so sensational. And the same thing with The Godfather. Every character was like worthwhile. There was no like wasted character who was just like the wallpaper. Even Mama Corleone, Morgana King, she was great. Well, I bet you she cooked up one hell of a bowl of pasta, you know?
She looked like it. She looked like she
Santino.
enjoyed a hell of a bowl of pasta.
Yeah, it looks like... Well, you know how it is. You know, cooking and eating and tasting and sampling and eating and tasting and sampling. You know how that goes. Sure. Well, she knew her place in the kitchen and in the bedroom. Here's one about Cary Grant, which we just put on there. Good timing. It says he was a great comic actor. His Girl Friday, The Philadelphia Story, Bringing Up Baby, but he could also play the debonair lead in drama North by Northwest, Notorious, and Suspicion. Remember Suspicion by Terry Stafford?
Yes.
Also, for his time, he led one of the more obviously gay or bisexual lives. He shacked up with roommate Randolph Scott for several years across 3 different addresses. And the photo that they sent of them, I can't see the quality of it. I can't see the detail. Can you?
No.
Are they like doing it? I think they're doing it like Doogie style on that picture. Anyway, Cary Grant is on there. He was good. He was sensational. Outstanding. He was, so many. There's so many of these, which is good. A lot of dead people. 11:13 at 560 WQAM. If you feel like you already died and went to hell because your job isn't worth a crap because you're not making any money and you're spinning your wheels and going no place, how about getting yourself a new high-paying computer career? And you can do it before the end of this year still. Call our friends at Fast Train and change your life in a positive way. Call
Alex Rocco.
I beg your pardon?
Mo Green, Alex Rocco.
Alex Rocco was Mo Green. Is he still alive?
Don't know.
They hit him with 5 shots and he's still alive. I love the way he said that. Saluzzo. They hit him with 5 shots and he's still alive.
Well, that's bad news for me.
And bad news for Sonny if he can't make that deal. Or no, it's bad news for you if Sonny can't make that deal. Something like that. Anyway, call Fast Train. They can have you trained and certified before year's end. The demand for computer professionals is growing like crazy, and there's no better time than right now, this moment, to get yourself a new high-paying career. Fast Train offers job placement assistance, convenient day, evening, weekend schedules, and with 6 Florida locations, including 4 in South Florida, there's bound to be one nearby you. Fast Train offers financial assistance for people who qualify. So call Fast Train today. It could be the most important call you made in a long time, maybe the most important one you'll ever make. 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. That's 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. No excuse to stay in a dead-end job working for some schmuck no more. Check them on the web at fasttrain.com and then call them toll-free 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Miami town. Yes. At 560 WQAM.
Spark? You want to know where the spark went? I used to think sex life. That's going to fit somewhere in between kids, work, cleaning, stress. Even if I was in the mood, I was just too tired. Well, that was before I heard about apple milk. Give it to me! I tried it. I had passion. Yeah, passion.
Do me! You're scaring me! Mom, come back here!
Who would have thought? Passion.
You can run, but you can't hide!
Introducing Ablamil, the new non-prescription once-daily tablet made just for us.
I want it again! You hurt my arm!
This is how I really am. I'm back to being me.
Make love to me! You just want me for the sex!
For a free 30-day sample cycle, call or go online today.
Assume the position!
11:19 at 560 WQAM, man, the pressure, I can smell it all the way up here. Oh my God, that must be Muff and Clarence. They're probably in there doing the green apple quick step all over each other. Or maybe Mo left his bag on the seat. Betty Davis says Jake M. in Fort Lauderdale. Good
and he
choice.
only faxed it
about 30
times.
Oh, well, we got it, Jake. Like I said, good choice, but lay off. Okay, we got it.
Down.
Yeah, calm down, Jake. We got it. Betty Davis, she was sensational. Whatever happened to Baby Jane? I realized that was like late in her career. But the best part about that is that she and Joan Crawford were like rivals and they hated each other like poison. So Joan probably, and Betty probably enjoyed it. Now let's see, I'm trying to think of which was which. Betty was the evil one, of course.
Joan was the butch one.
Joan. Oh, love those shoulder pads, Joan.
Oh.
All right. 5670560. See, this poll, I guess Eric is going to, like, once we get the ball game on, they'll all go up there because we're doing, like, piecemeal. 94 votes on there. Who's your all-time favorite dead actor or actress? John Wayne, 21. Jack Lemmon and Jimmy Stewart each have 14. George C. Scott, 10. Kate Hepburn, 8. Marilyn Monroe, 6. Errol Flynn, 6. Jimmy Cagney, 5. Grace Kelly, 5. Humphrey Bogart, 2. Peter Finch, only 1. Edward G. Robinson, Rock Hudson, 1. Jackie Gleason, don't have any yet. And a whole bunch of names that aren't on there yet, like Peter Sellers and Bela Lugosi and people like that.
I don't know. I'm looking at all of them.
I beg your pardon? You are?
Betty Davis, last one I emailed it to him, and there it is.
Not on mine yet. Well, you must have just advanced
you got
one
a
step.
reload.
Just now. I just reloaded it, and all of a sudden,
squirt,
it came back out again. Out of 97 votes. Do you see Bela Lugosi on there?
No.
No. Do you see Steve McQueen on there?
No. Hey, Eric, check your facts. I faxed some of them.
I think we got a little bit of a problem here. What we have here is a failure to extrapolate.
Nah, this isn't a real show anyway. We just want the trends.
Oh, is that it? We want the trends in a ball game.
Right.
12:30 the pregame. Big game. The game of the season. The Marlins at the Phillies. The Marlins who kicked their ass 11-4 last night in Philadelphia. They moved it up from a night game to a day game because of the storm, because of Isabel. To which we say, thank you, Isabella. See. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good?
I heard y'all mention his name. You know, guy played Sal in The Godfather.
Yeah.
You know, he played Sal in also another movie with Al Pacino, if you remember, Dog Day Afternoon.
Dog Day Afternoon, right, Sal. Mm-hmm.
But my vote for the poll is the Godfather himself, Marlon Brando.
Is dead?
Yeah, he died like a year and a half ago.
Nobody told him.
Nobody told us either.
Really? I heard he died about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, okay. Take 2 and call us in the morning, okay? Just keep taking whatever you're taking. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. They hit him with 5 shots and he's still alive. How do you like that? You can't kill Marlon. Here's Boca. Hello.
Neil, I have to vote for somebody, and I wanted to vote for him yesterday. My favorite actor who's dead, Ronald Reagan. He's also my favorite president who's dead.
Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing there, buddy?
Pretty good.
I actually enjoyed Anthony Quinn's work. I'm not necessarily from that era, but I did enjoy his.
Well, why do you say it like almost apologetically? He was a great actor.
Yeah, he sure was. Well, that's my point. You know, I had a question. I had an opportunity to see The Godfather, the second part, from beginning to end. I always caught glimpses here and there. Could you explain to me exactly why the conspiracy that Hyman Roth had against Michael? I mean, even if they wanted to go, even after the fact that they wanted to go into business together over at Cuba with the hotels and all, why the attempt against his life? And I'll just hang up and listen to you.
Well, I mean, you know, why it always happened with the families. They're always trying to wipe each other out. Just like why did Marlon Brando why did Michael do the thing wiping out the heads of the 5 families?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Right?
Right.
They were just a little bit devious, okay?
Right.
Just a little bit
Michael
too
was
greedy.
dragging his heels on the Cuba thing, and even though he showed up with the suitcase full of money, Hyman knew that he wasn't really into it, and he had to remove Michael.
Yeah, just like Marlon Brando, the Godfather, wasn't into the drug business because, you know, that white powder, it's dangerous stuff.
Michael was an impediment.
That's why Saluzzo had to get him out of the way. So there's always something, you know, always something with them gangsters. 567-0560, pound 560. Anthony Quinn's a good choice, by the way. He's outstanding, a brilliant actor. Not one of my favorites, but good. 106 votes on there, and Peter Finch still has only 1. You know something? That's okay. It doesn't bother me. I was thinking something about the Queen. I mean, the guy that called him before about Rock Hudson.
What?
And of course, to show you, and I'm guilty of it myself, calling the pot calling the kettle pink. And I'm thinking, why is it this? Just because this guy's a flamer, he's got to vote for Rock Hudson. I mean, do I have to vote for somebody who's gay? And then I look at who did I vote for? Peter Finch. Now, he wasn't gay, but he did play in one of his best movies was Sunday Bloody Sunday, where he played the gay doctor. Did you ever see that?
No.
I
saw it like when I was a little kid, but I forgot everything about it. Wasn't that the football blowing up or something? Football stadium?
No. That was Sunday something else.
Something else. No, then I didn't
Sunday
see it.
Bloody Sunday was the one where they were both in love with this young guy. The broad was in love with him, and Peter Finch used to split the time. And
didn't see
you
it.
have to see it.
Sorry.
Yeah, Peter Finch was the fag doctor. And the guy, he just came to him for a headache, and he grabbed his package, and he said, okay, turn your head and cough. Jack Lessenberry's got a great column here. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to read it. It's on our website. The Worst President in History, from the Detroit Metro Times. It says, I'll just read a couple of paragraphs. A Canadian politician once told me that if you put a frog in a pot of water and slowly increase the temperature a degree at a time, Mr. Hoppy would be completely cooked before he realized anything was wrong. I have no idea whether that's actually true for amphibians, but it does seem to be true for the American people. Without exaggeration, George W. Bush, light blue tie, silly smirk and all, is the worst president this nation has ever had. Yes, I know my history. Richard Nixon was a nasty crook. Warren Harding was a slob. U.S. Grant's administration was hugely corrupt, and James Buchanan failed to do anything to stop secession. They were all bad, but nobody has done as much to ruin the nation and mess up the world as the reformed drunken frat boy whose daddy failed at the job before him. You can't blame the voters too much. Most of them didn't even want him. He had to be inserted into the Oval Office by right-wing partisans on the U.S. Supreme Court after the people narrowly chose Al Gore. And it goes on. It's on our website today. Jack Lessenberry from the Detroit Metro Times. The worst president in history, and he is
absolutely correct, sir.
Got his thumb right on it. 26 past 11. You know what's going to be happening after this break, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
If everything is oiled and all the machinery is greased and cooking and the bacon. 11:30 comes, we're going to get those trends coming off, for better or worse. Anyway, VIPSportsbook.com is for better in your case because you don't have to worry about where your money's going. It's Florida's best sportsbook by far. And this time of the year with football now well underway, everybody and their brother wants your money. But 99% of these bookies are in the jungles of Costa Rica, Guatemala, Nicaragua, all these other countries that you can't even find on a map. So this year, move up in class to VIPSportsbook.com, the oldest, the largest sportsbook, and the most prestigious, stoned out of their minds, Netherlands. 100% legal and licensed, too. So listen to me and call VIPSportsbook.com right now at 1-866-VIP-BETS, because beyond a shadow of a doubt, they're South Florida's best. Sign up now, and you can bet all year long on South Florida's football and basketball teams, juice-free. You want to bet on the Dolphins? It's 100 to win 100. You want to bet on the Hurricanes? It's 100 to win 100. So forget about the VIG. All signups get a real, honest-to-goodness 20% cash bonus. Not some phony, funny money match play bonus or some other gimmick. A real 20% cash sign-up bonus. VIPSportsbook.com, that's where you find them online, or call them toll-free at 1-866-VIP-BETS. Plunge to your heart's content with confidence. 1-866-VIP-BETS. Be sure and tell them you heard about it here on QAM. For VIPSportsbook.com, where you are the VIP.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Number one, damn it!
Psychic prediction.
Also called Dick, don't forget.
Yeah.
We dance like sissies, we sing like wussies, but we must tell you, we swear we're not gay. If you wore these outfits to class, they would kick your ass.
Rectum.
Regardless, we swear we're not gay. We look like interior designers. We sing like a bunch of girly whiners, but we're straight. Our agent says we gotta say, we swear we're not gay. Our biggest fans are 12-year-old girls who think we're as cute as can be. Yeah. As they get older, they all figure out we're hiding our latency. One thing is for sure, we get manicured. We do. Wash our clothes on the delicate cycle. Want to do a session with George Michael, but today we think that we had better say, we swear we're not gay. I swear we're not gay.
11:33:27 till noon. Those numbers may be rolling in any second, won't they?
Any second.
Now, Alex, who's got a little bit of a problem, loyal listener, regular faxer, always seems to have, well, I'd say about 99% of the time, a little bit of a difficult time relating to our poll. He always has a suggestion. More often than not, it's, right. For example, today he says, "Hi, Neil, for your poll today, how about Mr. Television, Milton Berle?" I got a better one. How about Dan Marino?
Okay.
Right? How about Johnny Olson? Who's your all-time favorite dead actor, actress? See, I hate to break the news to you, Alex. Mr. Television Milton Berle was a comedian. Ah. Was he an actor?
No.
Was he in movies?
No.
I mean, he may have been in one somewhere along the line. He probably was, but the answer is no. So anyway, have a nice day, Alex. Somebody says Richard Harris, a very good choice. Died last year, as a matter of fact. I looked it up just to make sure. Died October of last year. October 25, I do believe. Richard Harris, another one of those grizzled Brits. You know what I mean by the grizzled Brits?
Oh, yeah. Is there any other kind?
Irish like Sean Connery, although Sean Connery is still alive.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. I like it. 5670560, pound 560. The Duke is in the lead, which just is enough to make me, the Duke makes me puke.
Yeah.
John Wayne, 28. Jimmy Stewart, 19. Jack Lemmon, 14. George C. Scott, 12. Kate Hepburn, 9. Errol Flynn, 7. Marilyn Monroe, 7. And the beat goes on. There's a pretty good list there right now. We'll add to it. Got another hour here till that ball game. But, of course, we're just stalling around until those first. Has anybody brought you anything yet?
No.
What do you mean that?
No. It
Why
takes
not?
about 10 minutes. You know,
Come on, that's
they got to
no
roll
fun.
off the facts, then they make a bunch of copies, and then they come in here with ours.
Well, we want to know right now. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Who is he talking
Andy
about?
Griffith, come on.
Andy Griffith was an actor? Yeah, I guess a television actor, yeah. He was your favorite actor?
Not favorite, but he was a great one.
Okay, well, that's...
Is he dead?
Yeah, Andy Griffith died. Didn't he?
I
Or am
remember that.
I'm thinking of Buddy Ebsen. I don't think Andy Griffith... I don't know now.
I don't know.
See,
I
now
smoked
he
a lot of dope. He could have died, and I wouldn't have noticed.
Piqued my curiosity. Let me take a peek.
How do you know? You got the a death site or something?
No, I'm just going to Andy Griffith. It'll say right away. Gee, you don't do enough searches, man. I've been searching for a long time.
Did you find anything yet?
Oh, believe me, and it usually pays off. Andy Griffith, go ask Alice on video, whatever that means. Andy Griffith show, let me see. The Matlock page. Boy, that was a bad show. Well, every show he was on was a bad show. You want to know why?
Because he was on it?
He was on it. That's a good guess. The facts, credits, well, let's see the facts. Andy Griffith, born June 1st. He's not dead. He's not dead. In addition to which, the guy says, oh, well, he's wanted by, Oh, he did die.
Did he?
No.
Oh.
His son died. His son died January 17th, 1996.
Well, who the hell was he?
His son, Andrew Samuel Griffith, a real estate developer, he died. But Andy's still going strong. His wife is Barbara Griffith, and she's still alive, too. How do you like that? That's as much as you all want to know about Andy Griffith. He's not dead. He's probably thinking of Buddy Epson.
Maybe.
Don't you think? I mean, there's a lot of similarity there.
Yes. Thank you. Here's the number.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me take a call from
Hey,
Miami
don't
while you're
staple them,
faxing.
Miguel. I got to unstaple them. Tell those people not to... Jesus
Tell them not to
Christ.
staple them, Miguel. We're
Staple
going to
our
beat your
numbers.
ass.
I got to
Miami
unstaple
Hub.
them to fax them.
Miami.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good.
All right, buddy. Listen, I was talking about Carol O'Connor.
Oh, my God. How could we have left him out?
I know, man. He's the best, in my opinion.
You know something? If I had a chance, I'd change my vote. Thanks a lot, Pally.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
I mean, just the sound of the toilet flushing and All in the Family.
At this point, we have to make up our mind. Do you want me to process and fax numbers or process and email Eric names additions to the poll?
What about the great Orson Welles? Somebody says that's a good one. I beg your pardon? No, the numbers come first. We can always, add on the last ones for the poll, like at about 12...
But you don't understand. No one else is recording these names except me.
Yeah.
So they can say that all the names they want if I don't stop what I'm doing. And,
No, but I'm writing them down. I'm doing it.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
Ha ha! See, there you go.
Excellent.
You have little faith.
Problem solved.
You think I'm just sitting here diddling one myself?
Well, I didn't want to think about
no,
that.
I'm not. I do have my underwear on, but I didn't. Not
Oh.
that. No. I don't see
Okay,
any
here they
pictures
come.
of
I'm not
Tom
even going to
Brady.
sort. I'm just going to fax.
Just facts. Don't worry about sorting, okay? Don't be all out of sorts. I might. We might want to keep what's his name on the whatever his name is, Scott.
Yes, Neil.
Because somebody's going to blurt something out here on this thing. I just know it. This is my Playboy TV, and this is great for what it's worth. But somebody's going to say something, and then with nobody paying attention over there, I better not have that on. Orson Welles, Carol O'Connor, the great, great Carol O'Connor, and people say, well, what the hell was he in? How about In the Heat of the Night on TV? Right?
Right.
And All in the Family, he was an actor on that. We're not saying just in the movies, although primarily we would think, but and he was in movies.
Sure,
Carol
he did
O'Connor.
stuff.
I can't think of one right at the moment. Oh, and speaking of in the movies, and how about Rod Steiger? Is he dead?
I don't think he is.
He's not?
I don't think so.
I love Rod Steiger. Man, I sure hope he's still alive just for his sake. I think you may have a point. I'm checking it right now. Rod Steiger. It says they hit him with 5 shots and he's still, I don't know. Rod
They call you
Steiger
Virgil.
on IMDb. Boy, was he great. Date of death, July 9th, 2002.
Wow.
Just a short time ago, like a year ago, and you forgot already.
He's still warm.
Shame on you. So he died, Rod Steiger. I told you. So get him on the list right away. Rod Steiger was so great, so outstanding. He may be the definitive name on there, you know what?
Station's number 1, men 18 plus.
I mean, I realize he's no Andy Griffith. Well, now, see that? You're spoiling it, okay?
Well, Dustman told me I couldn't contain myself.
You're spurling it.
Just the
station.
This
is a really good one, Let's see, I was going to suggest Lee J. Cobb, says somebody, but when you missed Bill McCollum in your nerd poll, I have to wonder just how relevant these polls are. They're as relevant as you want to be. Yeah, Bill McCollum, nerd, you're right. How could we leave him out? Nobody remembers who that was. Lee J. Cobb, there is my choice. I'm changing my vote if I could. I love Lee J. Cobb because the question is not the best, but who was your all-time favorite, that actor, actress. I love Lee J. Cobb, Father Paranoia.
He was great.
He was great. And The Exorcist, I mean, on the waterfront, right?
Right.
Oh, they don't make him like Lee J. Cobb no more.
Dimmy.
Yeah, why you do this to me, Dimmy? Life, look at that. Is that pathetic or what? What is this, 12 plus in midday?
I didn't even look. I just stuck them in the machine.
Oh.
You can sort them.
Well, we don't care about 12 plus on this show. But we better start seeing it there somewhere would be good. Okay, look at that. Life, 7.5. Well, that's depressing. QAM 3434 12 plus. Well, that's meaningless. Flat. Nobody cares about 12 plus. I'll tell you that right now. We always tell you that because nobody with a brain in this business cares about the 12 plus because it includes like little punky kids. It includes teenagers. It includes old people over the age of 100. We don't care about them. I mean, we wish them well. Okay, let's do the break, and then we'll start sorting through these things, and we'll find some. We'll make up some good numbers.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
We're number one, damn it!
Can I help you, sir?
Yes. Do you have a match? I need to light my shoelace.
It's not a promise.
When there's a bomb in my shoe and a melody in my heart, I get that tingly feeling when I blow the plane apart. To show the world that my faith brings me closer to Allah. Your life is worth the taking, for my religion's the reason why. With a bomb on my feet, I'll put a wet spot on your seat. You'll find that I'm an Al-Qaeda crazy when there's a bomb in my shoe. Ah-la-la, ah-la-la. What a wonderful way to die this way. Leave me alone. I'll fight you. I'll fight you in the name of Allah. I want my answer.
Okay, 10:46. In other words, about 16 minutes now, and all this stuff. And I have nothing in my hand that really means anything except the amend number that just started coming 18 plus.
Oh.
Well, no, because first we get saddled with all that 12 plus crap, and nobody cares about 12 plus. Even people that are like in the way up there in 12 plus, because it means like the whole audience. You know, who the hell cares about that?
Well, it's almost done faxing everything.
Okay. Well, anyway, here's men 18 plus. Guess what station's number one overall the whole week?
We're number one, damn it!
All right. Wow, that's a shocker. Guess who's number one in the midday in men?
We're number one, damn it!
And went up considerably. And you know what? A lot of that's George. All you people that want to rip George an ass, nice going, George. You little spick. Anyway, 6 to 10 a.m. Now, you notice the increase in the morning there? That's Scott. That's Pharrell, baby. That's Scott. Make no mistake about it. Is there any doubt?
Absolutely.
Not. Because the morning went in men from 3.9, tied for 7th, to 6th of 4.3, which may not sound like a whole lot. But believe me, that's only in 1 month. When that whole summer book comes out, man, it's going to be dynamite. Am I right?
Right.
Tied for 6th with IOD, which is dropping now like a rock.
With who to doot.
Oh, this is good. This is good stuff. We like this, then we'll see in the afternoon. But the overall, the station, which means maybe some bonus money coming out of the summer book.
Cha-ching.
In spite of George. I mean, thanks to George. Phenomenal. This is the kind of stuff that this is what we live for, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we have to tolerate. This is what we have to put up with. It's all like inexact at best. At best, inexact, okay? It's all a bunch of crap is what it is. Nice going, Scott. You the man, baby. Mornings, 3.9 up to a 4.3. So that's like 8.6. So I bet you like Pharrell's got an 8 and Mo's got the 0.6.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right? You know how that works. You just take the number and double it for the 4 hours, and then then you figure it out.
Right.
See how I do it?
No, I don't want to see how you do it.
No, seriously. 4.3, so that's 8.6 points between the two 2-hour segments, between the two. Between Mo's 2 and Toupee. So there's 8.6 there. So maybe Mo's got like a 1.6 and Pharrell's got a 7. Or something like that.
Or the other way around.
Or, yeah, right, the other way around my ass. Man, you know what Mo gives us?
That's a long way around, I heard.
Yeah. Midday, WQAM, from a 6.4 in May, June, and July. June, July, and August, 6.8. Not only number one, but number one because of the fact we're back 10 to 2. And because George did a damn good job, and because I was still doing Tuesdays and Thursdays. For whatever bunch of reasons you want to put in there, okay? IOD, 6.4. They're second in men, in midday. Life, Love, CMQ, WMIB, Men in Black, they're doing it. Power's doing it. Power's kicking ass, man.
Yes,
Kid Curry's
they are.
back there. Kid Curry's back there just diddling with himself. Oh, yeah, we're doing it. On the phone with Tanner right now. They're probably doing it on the phone. Let's see. Here's one of the best of Neo. Oh, is this today we're doing the thing?
Yes.
Oh, with Joe and Mark. Oh, I'm getting a headache thinking about that. We only raised $840 yesterday. We nearly had a rain out in the thing in the van. And I don't have a total. I have no numbers. This
Hey, Miguel. Well, they got him. He's the runner today, so maybe we can get him to
but he's
get a total.
Good. This is not good. I told you that yesterday. Just slipshod. Our Best of Neil merchandise has been available for over a month now, and we got like 20. I don't know what we got. We're closing on 25 grand, but we don't have that yet. We raised only $840 yesterday. The Best of Neil with Joe and Mark at Singular Wireless this afternoon between 4 and 6. 16832 North Kendall Drive. So go see Joe Costello and Mark Eisenberg. And say, hey guys, how come your numbers suck so bad? And give us some of that Best of Neil stuff. We got some money for you for Abandoned Pet Rescue. Don't forget, Hank will be on after the ball game today. He's got Beano Cook between 5 and 6 on the show. You got the big 7 to 10 tonight. Eddie K follows that, and Joe and Mark overnight, who will be, like I said, wherever it's going to be. I don't see anything else coming off the machine.
No, I think that's it.
What do you mean that's it?
That's all they've given me.
Well, where the hell's all the rest of it? I'm sure the Humper would like to know how he done.
That's a good print.
Yeah.
You didn't get the 3 to 7s?
No, I did not.
Oh,
I have 10 to 3. I have 6 to 10 in AM. I don't got no 3 to 7 PM. The Humper is probably listening right now. He's hanging on the edge of his sack. Probably grabbing his sack, waiting to hear how he did, which I'm sure he'll do just fine.
In all the chaos, it slipped through the
Well,
cracks.
don't be slipping it through the crack, okay? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Plantation. Hello. Plantation is gone? Well, we haven't waiting a long time. Too bad. Here's Miami. Hello. Miami.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, John Candy.
John Candy is a magnificent choice.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, pal. How could we leave him out? The fat people are the dead people. You know, that would have been a good one, too. Who's your favorite fat actor or actress? That would be good someday. Keep that in mind.
Long list.
Is it?
Would be.
John Belushi?
Yeah.
John Candy?
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles was humongous. Raymond Burr? Marlon Brando? What? I'm just giving you some idea for like next time, like Monday or whenever you want to do it. Now, George won't be on Monday unless I'm sick. I might be. My IBS is killing me, the irritable bowel, you know.
Oh, you got that hurricane, you know.
Oh, we got Isabel. Isabel up to 10 inches of rain. And look at that in Virginia Beach. I guess they didn't hear Pat Robertson. The Lord wasn't paying attention.
Footing out here, but we're going to be stay here.
Because Pat Robertson was praying yesterday to God to turn it away from Virginia Beach, turn that baby off into the Atlantic. Did it work?
No.
No. You're bogus, Pat. You're full of crap, and everybody knows it. Except all those lemmings, those old ladies who keep sending you all their money. You keep putting him in as well. Charles Taylor probably stole all the diamonds. Okay, look at that. Nice going, Humper. All right. Hank is number 1 in the afternoon, along with the Mad Dog in the 3 to 4 hour. Don't leave him off. He ain't small potatoes. They had a 5.9 in the last round. They're a 6 point and number 1. See all of that Schmidt stuff? I mean, Schmidt's tied for third, but he's down from a 5.5 to a 5 point. So the Humper and the Mad Dog there. We got good combos going now. We got our time slot back. Finally. After a year and a half of being dicked around, now if we can just do something to fix 5 to 8 in the morning, then we'll have it licked.
I'm listening.
Yeah, you sure are. You know, for a guy that doesn't listen to this show, he knows chapter and verse, everything I'm talking about. Neil says this, and I must have heard my name a zillion times this morning.
About 30, man.
In 5 minutes. Which is okay with me, Mo. Keep it up. Whatever the hell you want. Whatever will kill good time on that show.
Would you like the 18 to 34 numbers?
No. Why do we want that?
Just asking.
In addition to which, they're persons, right?
Yes.
In the trends, we don't get the breakdown. No, I don't want that. Don't waste any of our fax paper, any more of your time. Okay, we got big fish to fry here. So the Humper, let's see, Power 96 went, well, they were second, but they went up to a 5.7, number 2 in men 18 plus in the afternoon. How do you like that?
How about persons 25.54?
Shower Power. Oh, we sure want that. Yeah, we sure as hell want that, eh? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. So we survive another month as we continue doing this over and over again.
We're number 1, damn it!
And let me say it again, for all you people who hate George like poison, and of course that's a great many of you, believe me. How many thousand?
About 30, man.
Well, I think it's more than that. But at any rate, you can pee on him all you want, but in the meantime, the little spick still did a hell of a job this summer, and Greg ought to be coming in there patting you on the head right now, saying, good job, you little bastard. I hate you like poison. Mo had a good point, but good work. Now, he really ought to be.
We're number 1, damn it!
Sack of crap, Greg. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I got a good one for you. Great googly eyes himself, Marty Feldman.
Is your all-time favorite dead actor?
Oh, well, he's good.
No, see, no. No.
That's perfect.
No, it was perfect because I know that he's full of crap. He's not his all-time favorite dead actor. This is not a difficult question. Not who did you like? We can do that for the next 3 years, kill a whole contract.
No matter what question you ask, it's always the same question.
They just make it up as they go along. Read my freaking lips, okay? Look how it worked for Bush Sr. Who is your all-time favorite dead actor or actress? That's all. Not somebody who was, pretty good. Not
name a name.
bad.
The name of the game is name a name.
One name. It's so simple, and they still can't even do that. Sir, I thank you so much profusely for making an attempt. Don't forget, by the way.
We're number one, damn it!
Boy, see, this was great. And, of course, then when we get the whole summer book out, I think there's no question. I think we're in. I think we got it licked,
Right.
I think we're going to be licking it. In fact, the summer book ended yesterday. Today is the beginning
of
the
the
fall
woods.
book. Lee J. Cobb, John Candy. Can I give you the ones that, look at I put Orson Pools.
I'll bet he does.
I really did. No, not anymore, you don't. Orson Pools my ass. Oh, I'm sorry. Orson Welles was right after Carol O'Connor. Rod Steiger, Lee J. Boy, even Scott got animated on that, huh? Maybe he'd like some pictures.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Call me Mr. Moose, and I'll be visiting to the 12 to 1 an hour.
See you tomorrow, Howard.
Oh, yeah, you too, Gildy. Have a good day in paradise, okay? Yeah, get lost, you punk, you bottom.
Hey, you Howard, David.
Yeah, that's right. Star of stage screen in paradise. Say, you look like Will Chamberlain.
That's 'cause I is Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, but you're dead.
So are you.
Right.
Now get behind the car.
What for? Why?
I said get moved.
What do you require?
Get back behind the car.
Hey, get your hands off the merchandise.
Scream all you want.
All right.
No one but the smokers down here in the garage.
Okay, what do you require of me?
I require you drop your pants. Now.
Now, see here.
Right now.
Okay,
I want those pants
drop
dropped down there.
Hey, you like it?
Now bend over.
Okay, on the trunk here. Is that nice?
I said bend over now.
Yes, sir.
Now squeal like a pig. Squeal like a pig.
Okay.
Squeal.
Say, that's kind of nice. Hey, where you going? Don't I get a dinner?
Will Chamberlain. He raped Howard.
1202 at 560 WQM on a highly rated Neil Rogers show. Let's see. Look at that. In persons 2554 in the morning, we went from a 2.2 to a 2.6. That's persons, men and women. So you just about double that, okay?
Right.
Right?
Right.
More than midday, we went from a 4.1 to a 4.5. So you just about double that. So we get like a 8 something there. Right?
Right.
So Pharrella's really doing it. Nice going, Scott. You're kicking it up. Because the way I'm looking at it in men here, well, let's see, men in the morning, 18 plus. Howard Sperm, 6.2, same as the last trend, number 1. Okay?
Hi.
Radio Mambi, Wacky Radio, 5.1 to number 2, almost no change. It went up a tenth of a point. Zeta, Paul and Ron, we have none of their listeners listening to us, we found out the other day. They went from 5th, 4.5 share to a 4.7 to number 3 in men. But that's not our crowd. Our crowd hates them like poison. Followed by Hot 105, Radio Amor, and then our guy. I mean our guys. Your guy.
My guy?
Yeah, the Mo Man.
Absolutely.
And my guy, Scott. Yeah, you can have credit for Howard, and I'll take credit for Scott. How's that?
All right.
We'll spread it around a little bit. And I'm looking at the nice job that P.D. Bulger is doing over there at Schlock Sportsman with the fractions, 0.4s and what's the point? 0.9. What's the point? 50,000 watts in the middle of the dial, P.D. Bulger. The people that took WINZ made it into like a ghost town. 50,000 watts, the best AM signal in the state of Florida, and they can't crack a 1 share. Well, let me take a look. Let me make sure about that, okay? Because if they're going to do it any day part, it would be in the midday when they got Romy on, you know? Old homie Romy. You finding it yet?
No.
They might actually have broken a 1 share in the midday, in men. WRFX, a 1.7, the same as the last time. 1.7 with a highly touted Romy.
Well, that's a consistent number we can sell.
And that's and that's their big number of the day. Nice going, Petey Bolger, you sad sack, you pathetic axe murderer, you grave robber, you derelict, you scumbag, you piece of walking puke, you. How's the poll coming? See, we're kind of like sidetracked with all these ratings things there. Oh, we got, I told you, heavy business going on. Oh, and now I'm out of paper. One moment, please.
No problem.
That's amazing, because if you'd have seen how much paper I jammed in there this morning, knowing that all this stuff was coming down, that's shocking. Okay, the poll. Who's your favorite all-time dead actor or actress? John Wayne, 34. I'm astonished. Jimmy Stewart, 20. Jack Lemmon, 17. George C. Scott, 15. Humphrey Bogart, 12. Jackie Gleason, 12. Katharine Hepburn, 12. Marilyn Monroe, Steve McQueen, and Bruce Lee each have 10. 9 for Errol Flynn, Cary Grant. Peter Sellers has 6. Alec Guinness, 6. Grace Kelly, 6. Jimmy Cagney, 5. Anthony Quinn, Carol O'Connor, and John Candy each have 3. Rock Hudson's got a pair. They're kind of wrinkly, though. Walter Matthau's got 2. Bela Lugosi's got 2. Charles Bronson, Peter Finch, and Betty Davis each have a pair. Somebody else voted for Peter Finch. Let's hear it. Oh! Thank you. You have good taste. Edward G. Robinson and Richard Harris each have 1. No votes yet out of 216 for John Cazale, Cary Grant, Orson Welles, Rod Steiger, or Lee J. Cobb. Shame on you. Shame on you, people. I'm astonished and amazed. Ain't you?
No.
Okay, now let me take a look at this 2554. What is this, what's happening here? Did we look at this?
I didn't look at it. I just stuck it in there.
Yeah, I just got through reading it moments ago. I told you in the morning they went, from something to something. From point A to point B. Well, I don't know what the hell they did. They went up. You find it yet?
Nope.
It's from a 2.2 to a 2.6, and there's nothing worse than having a 2.2. People start talking about it.
What kind of a name is that for a dog?
Especially if you're worried in public, a 2.2. But now it's a 2.6. Thanks to Scott. Nice going. So he's dragging the old man up. That's Persons 2554, and in the midday Persons 2554 from 9th a 4.1 to 4th a 4.5. See that?
Right.
Now that we got our midday slot back, now that they're through dicking around with us because Greg screwed up the morning show in the first place with all them goddamn spots in there that they had for our good close personal friends, Joe and Depot and Geldy. At least 2 out of the 3. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Why are you so miserable?
Okay, we have to get him in there at least once today, the whisperer, before we get out of here. Because assholes like you call me every single day. That's probably why. You ever think about that?
No.
Start thinking about it. Here's Boca. Hello.
Hello, Neil. How you doing?
Pretty good.
How about Elvis Presley? He's my favorite.
Yeah, Elvis, he made all those terrible movies. Okay, well, the guys, that took a real man to admit that, didn't it?
Real something.
It took a man's man to admit that Elvis, the King, is his favorite, who made some of the worst movies in the history of mankind. Even the King would agree with that, if he could today. 7 minutes past noon, boy, that hurricane, the big blow is going in the Outer Banks of North Carolina.
Yeah. Go ahead and take a look out again. The stuff is just coming at us. And
yeah, we're standing here and it's raining real hard. Wow, they're getting all wet. Aren't you amazed?
Revolutionary.
Hey, guys, if you're got a big bald spot there, if you got to carry the umbrella close because you don't want to get a little spattering on your shiny bald spot, Charles Alfieri is the guy who can help you out. He can get your hair back, and I'm talking about a real great-looking head of hair, not a dead weasel or muskrat on your head. Nobody wants to walk around having everybody laughing at them all the time because they have a mousy-looking piece. Charlie's got the latest technology going, that natural hairline system, and like I tell you, no matter how much you spend, you can't get a better looking head of hair, which is why even the millionaires go to Charles Alfieri. He's been doing it for over 25 years. And you have nothing to lose but that big, shiny, shinny bald spot because everybody gets Charlie's 30-day guarantee. You wear the piece for 30 days. If you don't love the way it looks and feels and smells, if you're not getting fondled and squeezed and grabbed all the time, Charlie will give you a full refund. Call today, take advantage of your $200 Neil Rogers discount just for having the balls to mention my name. And Charlie also services and repairs all types of hair systems while you wait for only $25 to $30. So call him toll free and get rid of that bald spot and change your life, look better and younger than you ever dreamed you could again. 1-800-321-2413. 1-800-321-2413 or log on to that worldwide famous website, charlesalfieri.com.
My and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Yeah, the medical marijuana here got a lot of the people upset. They said it sucked. It wasn't fit for human smoking and sucking on and consumption.
Nasty, rank cackweed.
Right, that's what they said. Well, too bad. Anyway, who loves you, baby? Telly Savalas, somebody suggested, and of course we'll put him on here immediately, if not sooner. Even though you didn't like him because it was a cop show.
Nothing personal against him, though.
No, he's going to be on there.
Right.
Robert Shaw will be on there, our chronic faxer who is now faxing every day and obsessed, says Robert Shaw. He was awesome as Captain Quint in Jaws, and in the movie The Deep as well. Robert Shaw. Whereas Bob Lasseter would say, oh, pshaw.
Did he say that?
Which is probably why he's not on the air no more.
Uh-huh.
That's one of the many reasons. Plus the fact he was terminal and depressing and an asshole. Right. He probably didn't kiss enough. So there you go, Robert Shaw, and how's that thing coming? John Wayne looks like he's home free. He's home free. He's cooled out, back in the stalls again with his favorite Haas, old Marion Wayne. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. So the bottom line is, well, look at this, 23,430 as of right now for our Best of Neil campaign for Abandoned Pet Rescue. That's pretty weak, the way I look at it.
But still.
And I said we better have 25 grand by the end of this week, or I'm going to be really porked off, which means we got 1,570 to go.
Oh, we can do that.
Well, I think we can probably do the 70 with Joe and Mark this afternoon.
Right. Oh, we got a Harley thing tomorrow, 3 to 5 with me.
Right. Well, we still got a tough road to hoe because tomorrow's Friday. Last time I checked.
We can do it.
You'll have all the Best of Neil merchandise, including the Mo Howard David keychains and our CDs with Joe and Mark at Singular Wireless 4 to 6 this afternoon. 16832 North Kendall Drive. We want your money for Abandoned Pet Rescue. It's a great cause. If you want to read about them, go on our website and read all about it. Now, getting back to these numbers again, which we always do because we're number intensive. We're obsessed with this because this is what we have to live with, folks. This is what makes or breaks. We're number one. I'm looking at this in men. Okay, that's our target demo. We're number one in men in the midday by good margin. Went up. Went up a little bit in the afternoon, number one in men, right? Nice going, Mad Dog and Humper. Nice going, guys. But in the morning, we still have a little work to do. Pharrell is working frantically, but keep in mind he's only half the load right there, you know? As in,
Squirt.
Yeah, only half a load. He's carrying a heavy old load, which is a problem. Because when you go from a 3.9 to a 4.3 in 1 month, and you're up to 8.6 points in there, and he's probably got about 8 of them, and the other one's got a 0.6.
Absolutely.
Man, he's going to have a tractor. Burgess Meredith, who died 1997. That's a good one. I like Burgess Meredith, the Penguin.
You know what?
He was in Rocky, of course. Everybody remembers Burgess Meredith from Rocky, even though I hated that movie like poison. In Harm's Way, Grumpy Old Men, the Batman TV series, of course, the Penguin. Thank you, Doug. Burgess Meredith, get him on there immediately, if not sooner. Anyway, getting back, so we need we need to continue creeping and climbing up in the morning. That's the deal, okay? That continues to be. Now, what about nighttime? How did the Marlins do? Did you look at 7 to Midnight in Men, or did you, just ignore it?
Well, no, I glanced at it.
You glanced at it? I don't think I even have it here.
I have it. You don't have it? 4-0 to a 4-2.
7 to Midnight Men?
Yeah.
Huh?
Ninth. Tied for ninth. 4-0 to a 4-2.
That's the Marlin factor again.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Democrat polls says Bush in over his head. Nearly half of Americans say President Bush is in over his head, according to a new survey by Democracy Corps, the polling and strategy firm founded by the bald James Carville and 2 other key Democratic strategists. Mr. Carville, Bob Shrum, and Stanley Greenberg told reporters yesterday not only is the post-9/11 boost for Mr. Bush over, but the president is arguably in the worse position now than in the summer of 2001. He's convincing people that he's uncertain about what to do, Mr. Shrum said. Mr. Shrum discussing the shrub. He is at one and the same time blustering and threatening and shooting off his mouth, but on the other hand doesn't have any idea what to do. How do you like that? He's in over his head. El Presidente. Well said, I think. Don't forget we got the big ball game coming up, 12:30. Are we upset about that?
No.
No, we're pretty pleased about that. That's the reward we get for having those big numbers. Here's a lady in Dania. Hello.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
This is Valerie from Dania Bitch. How are you?
Pretty good, Valerie. How you doing?
Wonderful, thank you. I'd like to nominate Yul Brynner.
Oh, that's good.
And I'd like to say a quick hello to my husband who's working hard on a deck. And I love your show.
Okay, thanks a lot, sweetheart.
Thank you, Neil. Bye.
He's working hard on a what? Oh, deck. Deck. I think that's what she said.
I don't know.
Yul Brynner, another bald guy. A lot of bald guys. Okay, your favorite bald actor, your favorite fat actor or actress.
Right.
Just make a mental note of these, okay? Just to store them away for a rainy day. Like in a few weeks. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT. See, Yul Brynner was good, but The King and I is the only thing I can recall him from. You remember anything else he was in?
Westworld.
The what?
Westworld. He played
Westworld,
he played a robot with Richard Benjamin.
Mm-hmm. I think he used to hang out at Westland, too. He used to do Limbo Rock at J.C. Penney's.
And he was also in some, like The Last Warrior or something like that. Some doomsday movie. He was a knife stabbing guy.
I'll be damned. A backstabber. He should have been in the radio business. That's what Mo would say.
Absolutely.
By the way, you're an asshole, not you, Mo. Well, that's beside the point. But Beast, that's sucking up to Zagacki. He's a great play-by-play man. You know, that may have been the most outrageous, ridiculous suck I've ever heard or been involved with in my life. You know? Everybody likes a little suck, but nobody likes a suckhole, Beast. No wonder they hate him. Here's Plantation. Hello.
Hello.
Plantation.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yes, I am.
How you doing?
Good.
How about Steve McQueen?
He's already on there. In fact, he's probably got some votes.
He does?
Yep.
William
He's got 11 votes.
Okay, that was my vote.
Okay, thanks.
Chip.
Yeah, that was one of the early ones somebody called in, so he probably didn't hear it. He's probably like all emotional after hearing about those numbers.
I know.
And I know there's a segment of the audience that, well, you know, who cares about those ratings? Well, that's like I said, that's it. This is the definitive place where all the people in the business go. And of course, I really gave it short shrift. I didn't read anybody else's numbers too much, except Howard Sperm. But do we really care about anybody else's numbers?
No.
Except our good colleagues and friends on a radio station? Not really.
No.
Not all that much. Like Men in the Morning IOD went from a 4.6 down to a 4.3. That's one I left out. The Schmidtmeister from a 5.5 to a 5.
Oh!
Dropping from second to third.
You turd.
See, all of that right-wing crap, the Iraq attack stuff, that's starting to, like, fade into oblivion now. Here's North Miami. Hello.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
How you doing?
All right. I don't think anybody has mentioned him so far, but he died very recently. To Kill a Mockingbird, Gregory Peck.
Oh, my God. How could we? That's sacrilegious. Thank God you got in before we ended this thing.
Hey. And I'd love to see if the Whisperer and Pete Bolger would jump off the same bridge together.
I'd pay to watch that.
Hey, man.
Thanks, pal.
Thank you, sir.
Gregory Peck, gee, just died a short while ago. Wasn't it the same day or just within the day of Kate Hepburn?
Thereabouts.
Gregory Peck. And it took almost till the end of this experiment here, this exercise, for somebody to finally have the decency to call him one of the great, great, great actors in the history of mankind.
Yes, he was.
Gregory Peck. To Kill a Mockingbird.
Mm-hmm.
What was that other one? The other big one?
The Exorcist?
No, actually, he was in Omen.
Oh, The Omen, that's what I was thinking.
The Omen.
Sorry.
No, but the other...
Same, devil movie.
Yeah, Devil. John Wayne's got 40, Jimmy Stewart's got 20, so he's double his nearest competitor, the Duke. You can't touch the Duke, baby, and who the hell would want to?
No.
Humphrey Bogart, 18, Jack Lemmon, 17, George C. Scott, 15, Kate Hepburn, 14. You notice the trend here? The macho people are way up there, including Kate Hepburn. God, was she butch. You know what? And Bruce Lee, 13. Jackie Gleason, 12, Marilyn Monroe, 11. I'll do the double-digit ones. Steve McQueen, 11. Cary Grant, 10. John Candy, 10. Peter Sellers, 10. You notice...
No.
Kate Hepburn's on there, but you know who is not on there, which pleases me.
Oh.
And I'm not going to we don't have to put him on there. Spencer Tracy.
Oh.
Spencer Tracy.
Yeah.
But like I tell you,
you're right.
Very overrated. Always was playing Spencer Tracy.
Right.
Guess who's coming to dinner? Oh, it looks like Spencer Tracy. Guess who's playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Looks like it was always the same person. Maybe I'm wrong. Call me crazy, but I'm just not a Spencer Tracy fan. 23 past noon at 560 WQM. The pressure of the ratings is over now. We came through that with flying colors. Now we got the Marlins got to come through and knock off the Phillies today, which would be a real gigantic, humongous step in nailing down that wild card. It's like Desi Rue all over again, like 97 revisited. Right now, announcing a big 2003 Neil Rogers blowout sale that's going on right now at Hallett Pontiac GMC. Get yourself the lowest prices in town from my good friends Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto. All the other goyim over there. Neil deal number 1, save up to $7,000 with the highest rebates of the year, plus deep discounts way down your pants. Neil deal number 2, get 0% financing for up to 5 years. And listen to this. At Hallett, you can lease a 2003 Pontiac Grand Prix GT2 for the paltry sum of just $279 a month for 36 months with 12,000 miles a year, and you have only $2,000 out of pocket. That's correct, only $279 a month. Hallett's also got great deals on Yukons and Denali's, too. And as always, Hallett's got a great selection of defendable pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. And if you're one of those many people out there who's a little bit nervous when you go in to shop for a vehicle because maybe there's a blemish or two or three or more on your credit record, don't worry. It's never a problem at Hallett because they want to cut you a deal. It's the big 2003 Neil Rogers blowout sale, and it's going on right now at Hallett Pontiac GMC, 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 across from the Falls. Open every day, 7 days a week. If you want more information on any of these deals, just call the Neil Deal hotline. It's a toll-free call, 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211. Don't forget, all Neil deals subject to credit approval. See our friends at Hallett for details. That's at Hallett Pontiac GMC, who be professional grade.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
We're number one, damn it!
Now that he is on the ticket here, all for governors, all we hear, yeah. If he's voted in, there'll be a big change. You're gonna feel the burn, you'll feel the pain, yeah. The laws he plans to pass include one to pump you up like a balloon, yeah. Now tell me, California, did I hear you curse? You'll all be a Mr. Universe. Even kids will get their training. The lunchboxes will all be waiting. Tell me, time to vote for a movie star. Me set with the heavy bars. I hope you're ready for our Governor Schwarzenegger out here.
Okay, we got the Marlins and the Phillies coming up. Don't forget, congratulations to all of us except you know who.
Absolutely.
For a great trend. Kicking ass. Nice going, George. Nice going, Neil. Thank you. You're welcome.
Estuvo muy bien aquí.
Oh, we're fine.